Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm back with another video. So this video is a little different. It is back-to-back from my review of Logan, which is an amazing movie. I gave that movie a 10 out of 10, and it deserved it. So basically, in this video, it's a really different video. This video is basically me explaining the ending a bit. I think a lot of people did not understand the ending of this movie, because the ending of this movie basically was being a superhero, being a hero, and even if that means that you die in the process. Now, I will say this right now, this video is spoilers. This video is 100% spoilers. So if you have not seen my review, that should be about 6 minutes and 30 seconds, which is non-spoiler, and then the rest is spoiler review. This one is spoiler. I would talk everything about the ending and what it means. So, we'll start at when Logan uses the serum. That serum was used to repair X-24 when he was badly damaged in a fight versus Wolverine. And Laura and others. So, he uses the serum because he cannot catch up. He's old. At first, he's trying to jog through the forest to catch up with the kids being chased, but he can't. He's too old. So what he does is he takes the serum. He takes the serum and he becomes Wolverine again. And then he's jogging through the forest like he used to back in the old days, and he's just slicing up everybody, and we get that awesome scene where he's just slicing everybody up. And I could feel the tension as he's just clawing every single dude in his path and just plowing right through them. It felt amazing. It was so just interesting, and it pulled me in. You feel it as just he tears through and cuts and just decapitates dudes and slices them open. And he's doing that because he's trying to save the mutants and his daughter. He's trying to save the mutants, the other mutants, and his daughter. He's trying to be the hero, the superhero, and he doesn't usually like to play that. In this entire movie, he didn't play that role at all. But at this ending, he was like, I need to do this. I need to go save them. And he does, and he shows us this. And at the ending, it was... I'm going too far. So then when Laura's surrounded and they all are around her and they're just about to gun her down, she sees her dad. She sees Wolverine, the hero, just running towards her while she's surrounded, and she just smiles. She has the biggest smile on her face because she sees she was right, because she thought her dad was a superhero, but the whole movie he just didn't act like it. But at the end, she saw it, and it was amazing to see that. And then they both start tag team fighting, and then what happened was it started wearing off. When Laura and Wolverine had their time to calm down, they had to figure out how to save the rest of the kids. So Laura kind of was up in the trees, and Wolverine took the frontal approach. And the bad guys knew that it was wearing off, and it was a tense moment. It was a tense moment, and then Laura comes out of nowhere, stabs a guy, and then it goes into chaos. And then X-24 comes out. This fight became, because his healing factor was gone, this became Logan versus Wolverine. This became the man versus the beast. This became fighting yourself. And it was a very interesting watch. And some of us already guessed it. He wasn't going to win that fight. He couldn't fight himself. He couldn't fight the beast without beasting himself, but he can't because he's too old, and he doesn't have a feeling factor no more. He literally is just a man with claws. That's it. He cannot heal anymore. It's over. The healing factor is gone. And he's fighting this guy one of the mutants who... So once all the fighting is under control and the bad guys are, you know, detained or dead, one of the tied up mutants flips over a car and it smashes X-24. So Wolverine, you know, comes back to Laura and the other mutants, and he tells them, he tries to get him out of here. He tries to push him out of here. He needs to protect them because he knows himself, and he knows that X-24 is going to come out any second of that truck that was on top of him. He was going to come out any second. He was like, get back, get back. And Laura is not really listening to him, and then all of a sudden, you know, it gets tense. You just feel the tension, and then Logan tries to get at him, and then didn't work out so well. And then X-24 is just dragging him. He's just dragging him. And then Laura's watching, and what she does is she goes and picks up a revolver, and it has an adamantium bullet in it, and the adamantium bullet was used in case Logan wanted to commit suicide, but thank God he didn't, because they needed this bullet. So when X-24 picked him up, he just slammed him right through his stomach, right on this branch, and he just was dying. And X-24 just kept slicing him and stabbing him, and then Laura just shot him dead in the head and blew his brains out. Now, a lot of people say, well, he's not dead. Yes, he is dead, and let me explain why. In the comics, if Wolverine got shot in the head, or if Laura, it's over. It's game over, because they have a spot in their brain that helps them regenerate. And if that part's gone, then they die. Another thing is that regenerative serum had to be used to revive X-24. So, in my opinion, I don't think he is coming back. He would have come back at all, because even if they did kill him a different way, because he needed the regen thing, you know. So the dust settles. Logan's impaled, and Laura got him, and she just runs over to her dad. She's holding his hand, and you know, Logan's like looking at her, and he's telling her, like, you know, don't be what they made you. You know, just they're having this conversation, and Laura calls him dad. Laura calls him dad because that's her dad, Wolverine, the superhero. That's what she wanted to see, and she finally got to see that at the end, and she just didn't see him dying at the end. So then the kids bury him, and then we get to this iconic moment. This is probably one of the most iconic moments in any superhero movie, okay? When's the last time a movie has done this with symbolism, with this amazing symbolism? So what happens was, when the kids leave, Laura starts to leave, but comes back, and the cross, she flips over the cross to an X for X-Man. And that is amazing, because he's an X-Man. That's what he does, you know? And a lot of people didn't like the ending. A lot of people didn't like the ending of Logan, and I'm gonna say that's bullshit, because this movie was perfect. Because you cannot... the way the movie was set up, it was perfect. There's no reason to even argue about it. Just get over it. Why do people always expect to see a huge boss fight, a huge fight scene? You're not always going to get that. Sometimes there are circumstances where you can't heal, or you can't, you know, fight, certainly. But, you know, anyway, guys, that's what the ending meant. Laura realized that her dad was Wolverine, that he was a superhero. He was a hero. He was an X-Man. And that's what the ending meant. That he was a superhero. He was an X-Man. He did the right thing. That's what that means. That's what you do when he did the right thing. A lot of people are like, oh, he shouldn't have used the serum yet. He had to save the kids. He had to. And to save Laura. He had to do it. He had to use the serum then and now. And he didn't know that it was he knew it was dangerous. He knew the risk, but he took it because it was the right thing to do, and that is called being a superhero. That's called being a hero. And that's what we saw at the end. We saw a hero. Not just a superhero, a hero, because he wasn't even super anymore. He lost his power. But he still did what he did. And he finally got his rest that he deserves. After 300-something years of agony and pain. That's what this meant. That's what they're trying to say in the movie. He finally got his rest. And he proved to his daughter that he was a superhero, even though he didn't want to, because he doesn't always like to play that route. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. And Logan's a great movie. 10 out of 10, I already said it. Thank you for watching, like I said, and I'm out of here. Up, up, and away. See you guys.